Right, good day everybody. Welcome to my channel, and I hope you're having a great week. I am currently off to go and put a deposit on an XVS 1300. So I finally found the bike that I wanted. Found it on eBay, and the store is in Tamworth. So I'm going there to go and have a quick look now, and then put a deposit down, and then the bike will be mine in 4 weeks' time. So then I'll be able to start planning for my training and my test again, and get it all out of the way, and then I will be planning for a mega trip to Switzerland. It is a little bit windy, so I am hoping that the wind doesn't come through too bad. On another note, I've got a bit of a rant. Not long ago, everyone saw a video of a biker in America riding on the right side of the road, and a big truck coming towards it. The biker somewhat swerved out of the way, turned around, followed the car. They stopped, had a bit of an argument, and then his friend came over and headbutted the driver. I did a video about bad drivers, promoting the Facebook page that I use, and in there I mentioned this video and said that I completely agree with the guy. He was in the right for doing it. I mean, the driver was wrong, he was in the right for doing it. Anyway, the owner of the channel, Jakester142, I put a little clip up of his video. Wasn't full screen. How I have little clips, in fact I'm going to show you the size just here. Again, I am going to show you the size just here. I put the clip up there, not all of it, just a little bit of it, explaining what I thought about the video. I put a link over that to his channel, and obviously credited him for it. I wasn't planning on earning from that video. That particular video wasn't monetized. Monetization is where you can potentially earn from videos per views, for ads, etc, etc. So yeah, it wasn't monetized. Anyway, I put it up, and yesterday I received a copyright takedown notification from YouTube. What Jakester has gone and done is reported me for copyright, the fact that I put a bit of his video up. Fair enough, yeah, it was a little bit of copyright, but it was fair use. I wasn't earning from it. So it was a takedown notice. Anyway, YouTube takes it down and put a strike against my account. So now I can't monetize videos for quite a while, and this strike stays on my account till January 16th, 2016. So 6 months. I mean, I've not infringed anyone's copyright yet, and that wasn't my intention. Yet, instead of just messaging me and saying, look mate, you've got a bit of my video in there, I'd prefer if it wasn't. You know, if you messaged me that, instead of taking it down, I'd have used the YouTube editor thing that you can do, and I would have cut that bit of a clip out there and put a little notice up saying due to copyright blah blah blah, I've just had to remove this portion of the video. But no, he went straight to YouTube, reported it, now they put a strike on my account. What a cock. I mean, there was me thinking all bikers stick together, the biker thing was a community, that motovloggers stick together. So why didn't he just message me and say, you know mate, look, it's my video, I'd appreciate it if it wasn't on there, or excuse me, that is my video, please take it down. Be as abrupt as you wanted to, but why don't you just message me and I'd have done something about it straight away. And then obviously if I didn't, then go and report it. I mean, I understand there's a lot of people out there that do steal videos, that put things up, and especially that video because it was quite viral. But yet, I wasn't putting that up to particularly earn from it. Yes, I put the title plus a rant about a biker headbutting a driver, and yeah, hoping a little bit of traffic would have been redirected my way. But you know what, I didn't use that video because of that. My whole video was about bad drivers, and I will be re-putting the video up but cutting that bit out. I will still be keeping the title the same, and I may even include a little bit of this video in there. Oh, what a cock. This road's being resurfaced, so the whole thing is pure gravel. What a mother. Look, you can see all that. So yeah, that's all pretty much pure gravel, and the road is somewhat limited to 10 mile an hour. I think I'm doing about 14, 15, something like that. Just gotta make sure that I stay up straight because I will end up sliding off. What a bleeder. Anyway, yeah. Why do it, mate? Why go to the effort? I mean, it's a channel that I'm trying to build up. It's a channel that I'm motovlogging on. Obviously, you can see what I'm trying to do. I mean, you've gone from getting a few hundred views like myself to a few million views because of that one video. I mean, so you can understand the struggle sometimes it is when you're trying to build a channel up. So why did you just go to the effort to try and screw my channel over and be a cock about it instead of just messaging me and say, oh, you know what, mate, take it down for us. I'd have taken it straight down, or I'd have cut that bit straight out of the video so I didn't lose the views. Now I've lost monetization, which is something that obviously I want on the channel. So yeah, basically Jakester142, or Jakester even, you are a cock. A big fat cock. Talking about bikers sticking together most of the time. Prick. Anyway, if you're watching this video, let me know what you think. I understand I did use a bit of his video, but it wasn't a full screen, it was just a tiny little clip in the corner, and giving my views on it, supporting what he put up, supporting his channel by putting a link to it. Also, the actual video wasn't monetized, so I would not have been earning from it. So the adverts that would have popped up, the earnings from them would have gone straight to him, because it was a part of his clip in there, which I understood when I did it. So in theory it was a fair use video, but no, it was put up that it was a copyright claim, please take it down. What a dickhead. I mean, last night when I got the video, I was screwing. I was so pissed. And it wasn't the fact that that's what he's gone and done, it's the fact that because of what he's done, things that have been taken away. The fact that I can't monetize videos, that I can't do a live stream if I decided to, that I can't do certain things with a video as part of the YouTube partnership. So yeah, mate, you're a dickhead. And to be honest, I hope everyone that watches it comments on your videos and tells you that you're a dickhead as well. And that goes for any other biker or motovlogger. If you think he was right in doing what he did, instead of just sending me a friendly message saying, look mate, can you take it down? Let me know what you think. Let me know if you think I'm overly in the wrong, or... Anyway, yeah, let me know what you think. So yeah, back to my original topic. I have been watching a bike on eBay now for a while. I mean, it wasn't a bid-in, it was a classified ads from a dealer. It's a Yamaha XVS 1300, and once again, massive shout out to Skeggy Cruiser. I mean, mate, you made things so much easier for myself, taking your bike out and testing the turning circle for me. You saved me a lot of ball ache, and I really appreciate what you did. And just, yeah, if there's anything that I could do for you, just, well, anything that you're unsure about that I can help you with whatever, just let me know, mate, I owe you one. And you will be getting a bag of chips from wherever you want it when you next go out on your chippy run, once I've got this bike. So yeah, I'm currently off to Tamworth at the moment. I've been watching this bike for a few weeks now. It's a fully dressed bike. It's got the panniers and everything with it, but they're only leather panniers, the saddlebags, which is something that I don't want. I want the hard panniers, pretty much the same as Skeggy Cruiser has on his. I need lockable storage, especially when I'm using it for work. It comes with the backrest, it comes with the engine crash bars, or the dress bars, or whatever you want to call them. It comes with a windscreen also. And I think it's had an upgraded belt on it, a long life belt, I'm not entirely sure. So yeah, I'm going to go up and have a look now. The one thing that did seem from the pictures, the forks were a little bit scratched, which is tends to be what happens with a lot of cruisers anyway. But the bike's done 7,000 miles, which is next to nothing for that bike. It was, all the listings that I saw, it was an extra 1,200, 1,500 for it with less miles. I mean, there was one that was 6,200 for it with 662 miles. But that was standard, there was nothing with it, there was no extras, so... And all the extras were going to come to the price I'm going to pay now anyway, or maybe even more for genuine extras. So... yeah, so I'm quite happy with it. I ran it past Skeggy Cruiser, see what he thinks, and yeah, he was happy with it. So the only thing that I would need to do is buy some lockable panniers, a top box and have that fit to it, and an exhaust. I think I may need forward controls as well, depending on how my legs fit the bike, but yeah, I can't wait to get it. I'm going to take a few pictures while I'm there with the bike, and I'll chuck them in this video now to show you the condition of it. So these roundabouts are stupid. So yeah, I'm proper chuffed with myself. I've been working 7 days a week and most nights for the past 7 or 8 weeks to be able to afford this bike. Practically killing myself going out there working that much, but you know, it had to be done, and I want to get it done this year. I want to get it done, get it out of the way. So the plan is, in 4 weeks' time, I will have enough funds for the rest of this bike. I will also have enough funds for my training and test, etc. So I'll get my theory book to get that out of the way. I'll do that privately, and then the rest I am going to go through Shires in Derby. I mean, I don't know what they're like as training, but as far as helping me out, every email that I sent them regarding what I need to do and the struggles that I'm going to have having to do it, they they helped me with everything. They sent me all the correct information. I mean, they are a tiny bit more expensive than some other places, but you know what, they went to the effort to tell me all the information that I needed to know. In fact, they went beyond that to tell me all the information I needed to know. They answered the same email over and over again, because I kept kind of giving the same question in different formats, just to make sure in my head I knew what was what. And because of that, I mean, obviously, yeah, they're doing it because they want the business, but at the same time, it's not like they desperately need the business for something. A lot of people I know go there, but they went to the effort, I think, because the fact that I'm a biker and I want to pass my test, and they are bikers on the other end. So yeah, Shires, I just want to thank you for all the help that you've kind of given me with information, and again, a massive shout out to Skeggy Cruiser. While I'm giving a big thanks out to Skeggy Cruiser, the reason is my leg's only been halfway, so therefore I needed a specific bike to do my test on. And there's a few bikes that I wanted to get, but Shires informed me that, bloody hell, come on van, I need to go a bit quicker, this thing's up my arse. Yeah, there's a few bikes that I wanted to get, but the test centre are a bit unsure of the fact that obviously the Module 1's about slow manoeuvres and control, etc. They were a bit wary of the fact that the bikes that I wanted to get wasn't going to do the turning within 7.5 metres and wasn't able to do the figure of 8, etc. correctly. So I messaged Skeggy Cruiser and said, look mate, this is kind of what I need and I'm a bit worried about it. Is there any chance you can help me out? He went out. In fact, I am going to, if it's okay with you Skeggy, I'm going to put a little link up to your video just here. This is where he went out and tested the bike for me. He went out and tested the fact that it does 7.5 metre turning circle, and showed me on video that it was fine, so I could actually show the test centre. So yeah, he saved me a massive ball ache. Otherwise, I could have gone out and bought the bike that I initially was going to get, and then got there and the turning circle might have been too small on it to actually do my Mod 1 on. So I'm going to have to duck down a bit. Apologies for that bit of wind there. It's I'm doing 65 and it's overly windy now, although the day is absolutely beautiful. So yeah, once again mate, massive shout out to you Skeggy. I owe you big time. I'm currently having to duck down a little bit just behind my windscreen, because on this S-Wing the windscreen's crap. It just directs it all straight at my face, and I'm finding myself having to talk a lot louder or shout a bit louder, and I don't know how that's going to come out with this microphone in front of my mouth. But yeah, I am not sure how the extra camera's going to come out, because I mounted this one just here, and if this one doesn't come out I'm going to look like a knob, because I'm pointing to a camera that I'm not going to use. It's overly vibrated there. I've mounted it on the end of my handlebar. I just wanted to see what it was going to be like. But so yeah. So first, today's thoughts. Massive shout out to Skeggy Cruiser and Jakester142. You are a cock. Like I say, I will be putting that video back up. I'll just be cutting his part of the video out. I may even try and dispute it with YouTube and see if they will let me have it back up if I cut out that part of the video. So I currently have 24.3 miles to go, which seems like it's going to take forever. The sat-nav's telling me it's going to take another 24 minutes. So I don't think I'll be doing any video of the bike when I'm there. I'll put a couple of photos up. I want to save that for the bike reveal. Obviously when I first get the bike and I'm allowed to ride it, I'll be doing a full video on it as my first thoughts, and I will have a third GoPro attached, because I will be mounting one to possibly the engine crash guards, and I'm not sure about the third, maybe that facing rear, and I'll be having this one on my helmet. So, and I'm going to be going on a bit of a road trip up to Skeggy. So yeah, I can't wait for it. It's been a long time coming. I mean, tomorrow I would have had my bike crash 7 years ago. I mean, I broke absolutely everything. The bike blew up and took all the back of my legs out. So it's left me in a bit of a shit situation. I've been walking for a few years now. So yeah, it's going to be so nice being back on I'm not going to say proper bike. I'm going to say a bike that I want to be on, because I mean this S-Wing has done, even though it's a bit screwed now, it's done me well. I mean, it's getting me back on the road. Yeah, it's only a scooter, but I'm still on a bike. I'm still on the road. I'm still doing what I love. I'd rather be on a bike any day of the week than a car. even more so when I get the XVS, because 1, I can actually pass people, 2, I can get to the speed limit safely, 3, it's going to be more comfortable, and 4, I'm not going to have this stupid windscreen in front of me blowing wind directly in my face. I mean, I've ridden the 1300 before, and even that without the windscreen on, I get less wind hitting my face or making this sort of noise when it's hitting my helmet than I do with this, which is odd because obviously there's no wind protection, so all the wind's hitting you directly in the face. But I think what it is, because I'm on this scooter, obviously it's somewhat aerodynamic to an extent, and all the wind is just going straight up rather than it going around me somewhat how it would be on the XVS. It's literally almost all of it is being directed straight up just into my face. And I'm assuming that this mic's going to pick up a lot of wind noise, so if it is, I apologise. And I feel a bit of a bell end leaning forward like this, but I'm going to try and make a difference to show you now. I'm going to sit up with the wind. So that is sitting up with all the wind hitting me in the face, and this is kind of hiding down a little bit. So as you can see, it's probably overly windy. Not so windy. Well, this wind's a bit of a killer. And shortly, as soon as I've overtaken all these trucks, in fact, you know, I'm going to do it now. I had the Oxford heater grips on this scooter when I first got it. I mean, the bike had been used a fair bit, had 15,000 miles on it. But the heater grips still work, and they have a bit of a lifespan. They don't work for ages, they only work for a certain amount of time. So eventually over time they stopped working, and they are still on the bike. I have not taken them off, I couldn't be bothered. But the rubber started to kind of come away, so every time my hands got hot on there, it would, a bit of the rubber would stick to my glove. So then when I started adjusting my the full face on the front of my helmet, I'd end up getting black on my helmet, which was a bit of a pain. So I looked for some grip covers. I'm going to try and look down now, but I went and bought these, the Oxford clean grips. And all they are is like a leather material with Velcro on it that wraps around your grips, just keeping them cleaner. I think a lot of people use them when they are, especially mechanics, when they're working on bikes or maybe overly expensive bikes, or just generally keeping them in storage if they've got somewhat expensive grips on, like the Kodiak and ISO grips. So yeah, these things feel brilliant. My grips are a lot more comfier. It actually makes them a little bit thicker, which feels weird, but it also feels nice as well. Because when I get the XVS, that's one thing I'll be doing. I'll be putting some of the Kodiak and, I think I'm pronouncing that correctly, some of the Kodiak and ISO grips in there. I want a nice thick feel on them. I want a good grip on the bike. So yeah, it was a little mini review. These things feel great. Last night it was raining a fair bit. That's when I put them on, and they didn't soak the rain in. They seem to repel the water quite well. So I don't get how it can be so windy. I tell you what, today is absolutely roasting. This wind that's hitting me, it's very, very warm air, which is, I suppose, is quite nice. It's I'm getting a nice breeze in my jacket that's not cooling me down, but it's not keeping me hot. It's just nice. But yeah, fucking hell, it's hitting my helmet like hell. So I'm not sure why, but this is quite possibly the longest I have ever stayed in the right-hand lane of dual carriageway. But because generally I'm doing between 60 and 65 mile an hour, I'm doing 63 mile an hour now. Normally, all the cars in this lane are doing 70 mile an hour, maybe 80. I mean, the speed limit is 70, but they're normally doing 70, 80. Yeah, today, this lane's quite dead. There's a lot of people in the left lane, a lot of trucks and whatnot, but it's actually quite nice staying in this lane, and that's probably another reason I can't wait to get the XVS. So this is a ball ache of a ride on this bike, but you know, it's going to be worth it. I just can't. And so it's feeling like Christmas, you know, like when everything just seems to be shit and you seem to be waiting for something to happen for so long, and then when it finally does happen, it's like, whoa, it all comes at once. So as far as the XVS goes, there are only a few differences that I'm going to have compared to Skeggy Cruiser. I mean, his bike's gorgeous. I want the same panniers. I want the same panniers as him. Or I've been looking at some of the GV, the Trekker ones. and some of them there's so much space in them, it's just the only thing will be fitting it to the bike, trying to find a bracket or making a bracket that's going to safely and securely fit it to the bike. So if I can't be bothered with them, I'll just get the same ones as Skeggy Cruiser. The crash guard, the engine crash guard or dress guard or whatever you want to call it, or the highway mount or whatever, that will probably be the same. The floorboards, it's not something I've ever really been keen on. I don't like the heel shifter on a bike, so eventually I will be getting forward controls, and so they will be gone. Windscreen, again it depends what mood I'm in or where I'm going, whether I have that on or off, and I suppose that's the same for Skeggy. The exhaust, Skeggy's exhaust, he's got a Highway Hawk slip-on exhaust which recently I removed the baffles from, and it sounded like an absolute monster. It was ridiculous. Even his dog came out and looked at him as if saying, yo, what the hell are you doing? It was amazing. But I don't think I'm going to go for the slip-on exhaust. I'm personally not keen on the look of the original exhaust, how it looks. Although the sound of his is amazing. So I'm going to be looking for either a blacked out chrome pipe or straight pipe. The ones that have kind of caught my eye are not really any of the Highway Hawk ones. There are some, I can't actually think of the brand name off the top of my head now. They're called long shots. The sound is, yeah, it's not as nice as Skeggy's without the baffles in, but the sound's decent and it's the look that I want. So yeah, so there's not really much to build onto the bike. So the first thing would be the panniers, making sure I've got them and getting rid of these leather ones and putting some solid lockable ones on. Secondly would be forward controls, which is not generally a personal preference, it's more of a need rather than a must. It's something I need for my legs. Third, I'm definitely going to be changing the grips. I want the Kodiak and ISO grips, and I'm not going to get the chrome ones, I'm going to be getting the blacked out ones. And after that, I think that's really about it. I'll possibly hardwire a GoPro into the tail as a rear facing camera, but the bike's amazing as it is already. I mean, you can get it, and if you don't need the storage, you don't need anything on it. I mean, the only problem I think I'm going to have with it is actually having a top box. I want a top box that matches the panniers, but also I need one that can fit 2 full face helmets in. One, sometimes I might be carrying 2 full face helmets, but the main thing is I will need room to put 1 full face helmet in and room to put another bag in. So yeah, I'm actually intrigued at how this little GoPro here is going to come out. I mean, it's on the end of my handlebars, it's quite solid, but because of the reach of the actual mount, the way it's angled, it is a little bit wobbly. So you know, it might look shit, it might look brilliant. So look, here's my main reason I need a more powerful bike. I'm in a 70 doing 60, and I want to overtake this fan. As much as I like this little scooter, you know, the scooter is going to be a hell of a lot better than the Jakester 1300 just for nipping in and out of jobs that I have to go to and the areas I have to go to. And sometimes maybe even more enjoyable. Filtering on it is a doddle. I'll possibly be able to do that a little bit better than I will on the XVS. And storage on this is a hell of a lot better again, but it's not an XVS. I get the enjoyment of being on 2 wheels. I get the enjoyment of being back on a bike and having that sense of freedom all the time. Something that's lost, I suppose, when you're in a car. But yeah, it's still, even though I am a biker, I don't necessarily always feel like a biker on this bike. I enjoy riding, but I don't necessarily enjoy this bike. And the XVS will be something I enjoy. And you know what, I don't know where I'm going to go with the XVS. It's definitely going to be a bike that I keep. Yeah, so it's definitely going to be a bike that I keep, but the other bike that I also really want is the Rocket 3 Touring. So what I'm thinking is keep the XVS, because that's going to be going nowhere. I'll probably end up removing the rear fender and bobbing the bike, maybe putting some small 8-hanger handlebars on it, and then just make it into a bit more of a bomber project. But I won't do that until I've got the Rocket 3 Touring. And again, the XVS will still be my main go-to bike, but the Rocket 3 Touring will be exactly what it says on the tin. It will be my touring bike, because As soon as I get this bike, that's what I plan on doing. My first trip, I am going to be going to Switzerland, depending on how the weather is, what time of year I get all this sorted. Okay, I really don't get this. Oh, fucking hell. You prick. I don't know if you saw that on the video of how close he got to the back of my bike. I'm trying to follow this sat nav here, and I had to come back behind this truck because it's telling me to take the exit. That guy there in the truck, registration Bravo Golf 15 Hotel Juliet uniform, got so far past and I literally couldn't have broke, and hopefully you might even be able to see that on this GoPro. What a prick. So yeah, trying to follow this sat nav then, and getting a bit confused as I've never been around here, and it wasn't being as clear as it could have been. I can't believe that truck then. Right, so my sat nav is telling me I am 9 minutes and 55 seconds away, 50 seconds away even. So 7.9 miles. So yeah, me blabbing on then, it's made this journey a little bit quicker. So any of you bikers out there, get yourself onto the A5. This road has been relaid and it is lovely. There is hardly any bumps, although this GoPro may disagree. But yeah, there's hardly any bumps. It's actually really nice. So I'm still shitting myself a little bit with this bike. I've got a tiny bit of oil left, which I might need to top up when I get here. My engine warning light's constantly on. It's telling me I need to do an oil change. Although I don't need to do an oil change, I just need to top it up. I just can't remember the sequence needed to get rid of that oil change light. It's something silly like hold the clutch in, hold the brake in, hold the reset button and then turn the key. It's something like that, which obviously I can't do on my own because I haven't got enough hands. So I may have to tie up my brakes later, just to try and get rid of that. I just can't actually remember the actual sequence. The engine warning light though, I haven't got a clue. It's probably the fact that the engine's absolutely battered. I'm just hoping that I can make it there and back and everything's fine. I'm just waiting for the bike to just die on me now. It's inevitable, it's going to happen, it's just when. But I guarantee it will die on me when I need it the most. It won't be like today where it's a day off, I can quickly get something else. It will be a day that really screws me over. And I can't really afford to miss any other days of work. So obviously I need that to pay for this bike. So yeah, I was getting a bit worried then, so I've dropped back down to 60 mile an hour, which this bike is somewhat comfortable with. It's a 60 mile an hour at 9,000 revs, and it red lines at 10. So I've honestly never been up this way on my bike before. I mean, I've been to Tamworth before, just never up this way. The place, it's behind a petrol station, and it's off of the A5, so it is on this road, well it should be. Another thing I've decided to change as well, I've not exactly stopped smoking, but I've started vaping instead. I've started using a Aspire Atlantis, I think it's called, and the battery that comes with it, the kit. So I'm vaping rather than smoking, and you know what, I didn't realise how much my bike jacket and bottom smelt of smoke. Is disgusting. But still, yeah, nothing against other smokers. I've got no plan on quitting. I'm just vaping rather than actual smoking. I'm having to rest my arm a bit now, my arm's aching. See, I can't actually believe that truck in front, how close it is to the van in front of that. I mean, it must be 2-3 metres away. If that van decided to slow down or stop us even a little bit, that's it. The truck will go straight into the back of the van, throwing it off the road, and more than likely killing whoever's inside, especially the passenger. It's just, some people are just idiots. I think it's even worse where it's not so bad normally on a warmer day, people can stop quicker, but it's even worse when it's raining and people still think that they can stop as quick as they can when it's nice and dry. And, you know, I'm not thrashing it at 60 now, I'm just going to stick at 55-ish, just going to stay behind this truck and chill out, because there seems to be a less wind around here. I think all these trees are blocking most of the wind. I reckon loads and loads of smoke's going to come out of my exhaust when I pull off here, if there's actually any oil left. This bike's burning through it like an absolute mother. So yeah, this may be a slightly long video, seeing as I was quite pissed earlier when I got out. Especially that Jakester142, mate, you're an absolute dickhead. I think I need to pull in here. Right, so there's two places. There is Gult and then there is Esso. I think that's the one over there that I need to be in. So, well, sat-nav's telling me it's there on the right. Right, we're here. So I am going to love and leave you all and sign off. Don't forget, if you like the video, to give it a thumbs up and subscribe. If you want to see any more than like this, let me know. Also, let me know your thoughts on Jakester142. If I was right or wrong in what I did, and what you think to him. Him actually reporting me rather than just messaging me, asking me to take it down. Anyway, take care all, have a good day, and ride safe.